Here's a little quickie. Maybe. It's my video. Maybe 80 minutes long. Alright. I got a job. I'm hired as a welder for a company. It's a very specialized company. So specialized, there's only like 5 competitors in the world. Kind of neat. And they're in a very unique niche market. Kind of in a way like how I was in my own company that I owned. But long story short, they build their own machines and they also service the older machines. And that's cool. But there's a problem. For my job set, my skill set and my job, they only really need me maybe 12 days out of a month. So to stay fully and gainfully employed, you gotta find another job if you want. You know, find a purpose in the company. So I went off and I became a material handler and material cutter. Bottom line, I cut metal. It sounds kind of funny, but any construction or anything like that, you know, you always pre-cut all your material before you put it together and then assemble it or modify it or machine it. So no different. I lay all my material down, which is kind of neat in a way. A couple of reasons. The material we get comes in standard, 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch, 1 inch, 2 inch, that kind of thing. My measurements are all metric. So yes, I am now avidly knowing the metric system, even converting. So with that said and done, I've been busy. I wish I could have weld more, but I have a job that pays me to be a welder when I'm cutting metal. Yeah. Now, I'm on my feet all day on concrete floor, so I'm pooped. In fact, I just got home. It's about 5 o'clock and I'm about to go to bed. I have a 4 o'clock wake up and I don't get out until about 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So I got out of work not too long ago, maybe an hour ago. But the whole point is not just to keep updated about my work life and what I'm doing. So I always throw in the words in my satanic channel and also my other channels. This one here is going to be my Rev.Ronald because it's going to be universal. And that is this. Remember how we talk about application is key? Now, you can believe in whatever you want to believe in. It could be an outlet. It could be a paradigm or a lifestyle. It could be a living philosophy. Whatever you're into, you can apply it in any way, shape, or form, or that's part of your life. You know, part of your lifestyle, life, whatever. And with me, you know, I love it when paradigm comes to application. I think that's a good title. When your paradigm comes to application. I have 2 guys that I went to school with who are machinists, and I work with them. And I just started cutting all this material for about a week. And I would get stuff back. This is wrong, this is wrong. With a supervisor, a floor manager. He'll look at me and go, "Did you cut this?" Now he's busting my balls, but he's still kind of giving me a hard time. And I said, you know, I don't even know. I've been so busy cutting, I don't even know if I did this. I'll tell you what though. From this day on, I'm going to sign my work. So he kind of, you know, did a little head shake like, oh, okay. Because I can't tell if I did my work, you know, because they had stuff there from 5-6 months ago. So if it's a bad cut, how do I know, right? So I covered my ass. I put my name on it. So I thanked him. After, and I'll tell you the after story. And then for about a whole week, I've been getting from both him and another guy, hey, your order came short. Hey, you know, I need 4 more because you gave me 18, not 22 or whatever the case may be. And the problem is and it was burning my mind. Something, I'm naive to a degree. I take people for the word that they speak. As misanthropic as I am, I do give people too much credit for being people. So they played their game. So what I decided to do was, it wasn't too easy to point fingers. You did this, you did that. No, I didn't. Yes, I did. No, that kind of shit. How do you avoid that at the workplace? It's easy to get into it. That's why people do it. It's easy. Paradigm into application. I sat back, bit my tongue, and I just heard about it for about a week. So I grabbed the supervisor, floor supervisor, and the machinist supervisor, and I said, or the lead machinist, I said, hey guys, this is what I'm going to do. I'm implementing a policy on me. You want to hear it? They're thinking, okay. I said, not only am I going to sign my work, I'm going to circle the quantity, sign it, and then I'm going to date it. And I'll tell you why I'm doing it. And I told them what happened this past week. I'm getting these guys telling me I'm short. But here's the problem with it being short. You ready? I work with a machine that actually counts for you. Now, it does fuck up and it stops counting. But it doesn't count short. It'll actually cut more. So it's either I'll get what I want or I'll get more than what I want, right? Secondly, when I have a cut pile of pieces of metal, I can have pieces of metal this big, and I have pieces of metal that takes 2 guys to carry. And they're burred. They got the burrs on them. They'll cut you wide open. So I have a pile. So like say I'll have a 3 by 4 pile 3 high. Well, if you can do your math, that's 36. 3 and 4 is 12. 3 high, and times that by 3 is 36. Then I deburr them on a belt sander, and I make another pile, 3 by 4 by 3 high. You with me so far? Then I get my paperwork and I bring it to a shelf, where I put out on the shelf 3 by 4 by 3 high. So I made sure I had this floor supervisor, the tech lead or machinist lead, and the 2 young gentlemen who I know from school who are telling me all these fun, wonderful stories. And with them, I explained to guy number 1, I signed my paperwork because of your accusations or presenting this thing with these bad cut items. But since I didn't know if I did them or not, with that happening, I actually now sign it. So thank you. I now am a better worker because of your accusation or insinuation. Secondly, the other guy I looked at, who said I was short for about a week, I go, in case you don't know, as I explained to you, the machine counts. I have a pile as it's cutting, so I count with a pile. I deburr it and repile it, and then I put it on the shelf. I count 3 times. The machine counts 1. I'm going to count 1 more time. I told this young guy. He's half my age, maybe younger. I'm going to circle that quantity and put my initials on it. So now I've counted 5 times that quantity. Now, if you come to me saying you're short, you're going to bring your paperwork with you, and I will add onto you a notation on your paperwork, added 2 pieces, if that paperwork has my signature on that quantity. Kind of hard to call out bullshit then, huh? Love it, love it. Now, the floor supervisor was overly impressed, or maybe just impressed in general. He looked at me and said, in private, you covered your ass in so many bases, no fucking way will anyone come near you. Another gentleman, he's a mechanical engineer. I told him there are 2 things that 3 of the major supervisors in this building can say about me. I ask 20 questions a day, and I am the first person to tell on myself. Because if I do, no one else can. I've only been in the company now for about 2.5 weeks. Today, the owner of the company called me out by my name. In short, he knows my name. Yeah, not in a bad way, but he certainly knows who I am. He knows how to address me and call me. It's really cool. So, now if you chalk up and turn the table, the other guys. Well, if you have one floor supervisor who's worked for the owner in 2 different companies for over 30 years, he kind of has an idea about who's who and what's what on the floor. He knows me. I get along with him to a point. You know, he's a veteran. I'm a veteran. You know, we don't talk too much shop or veteran stuff, but I am inquisitive and I do ask a lot of questions about stuff in the company and all that. But the funny part is, he knows who's who and what's what as to, you know, what kind of games people play and all that. He's not blind. But he was surprised that how I could prevent it from happening with a certain few people. If you know what I'm saying. Since that conversation, and since I implemented this little doodad, I have yet to have an undercut or a shortcut presented to me so far. And now I have the 2 most helpful guys willing to help me out anytime I need it. How about that? And that's fine. I mean, it's work. I don't go drinking with the guys. I don't go partying with them. I'm not dating anyone there. So, I mean, let's face it. I'm there to work. I'm there to make money. I'm providing a service for a company. So they do well. They do well. I do better for myself. That kind of thing. It's the workforce. It's the job force. You know, I miss being an entrepreneur. What I make in a week, I used to make it in a day. So that gives you an idea about being an entrepreneur. But in the same respect, I've worked for companies before, and I know how they run. And if you have the right dynamic people around, you also know who to let know who you are, and where you stand, what you do. And you don't have to get philosophical about shit. You just gotta do shit around the building. You know, so for me, that was it. Boom. No games, no accusations, no you did this wrong or I did, you know, you did that wrong. If I ever do a mistake, yes, you tell on yourself. Few reasons. One, if you go off and make a mistake in a company, it can get you fired if you don't report it. And if you hide it or try to hide it, you will be terminated. Now if you fuck up, honest mistake, fuck up, ta-da. They'll find a way to work around it. 9 out of 10 times. Especially a small company. So, anyways, with that said and done, paradigm to application, less than 15 minutes. You implement a situation where you cannot be put into a situation, and in the first place, it will alleviate any more future issues. So, I thank the 2 young men for not for the issues they caused or anything like that. In fact, I just brought up the scenario that I was short. I did a bad thing. And because of it, I sign off my work and I sign off on the quantity. I made it me. But I thanked them for it. And they didn't know how to handle it. Because then they were now feeling defensive. They were trying to explain themselves in a situation where they didn't have to explain themselves to begin with. In a nutshell, they implemented themselves in their own fuck up. paradigm equals application. Too funny. I want to share this story with you. Kind of a weird one, but short one, and also about my work. But if you know how to apply your paradigm, it will work. Especially when dealing with the human factor, right? Anyways, my 2 cents to all you. I wish you a good day. I want to go take a nap after I post this because I'm pooped and tired. Ugh. I gotta work on a Saturday. Anyways, have a good one.